How old were you when you first started?
13.
13.
Yeah.
What prompted you to start drugging at 13?
My parents pretty much split up at that time, and one way or the other, I found some weed in my mom's, I guess, drawer, and didn't know what it was, but the neighbor kid did, and went from there.
Well, but they say that weed doesn't lead to anything else. What did it do for you?
It did for me.
What? Tell me.
I didn't really know what to do. Neighbor told me that you just smoke it because I was stealing cigarettes at the time. And
Right.
That, to be cool, smoking cigarettes, and I did it, and just
What was
I got
next?
sick.
What was next?
I went really quickly to pills,
What kind of pills?
Roxy,
Roxy's. Okay.
oxycodone, oxycontin.
How'd you get exposed to those?
School,
School.
yeah.
And what did Roxy's do for you?
Everything went away.
All the pain?
Yeah.
Tell me about the breakup of your mom and dad. That seemed to be the catalyst of this. Was it an abusive home?
It was alcoholic,
Alcoholic home?
for sure.
So definitely within the genetics, so to speak.
For sure. My whole
Okay.
family is there.
Was it abusive? Any hitting, beating, fighting?
Just emotional abuse.
Verbal?
Yeah.
Verbal. Okay. So you went on to Roxy's,
Yeah.
and you were doing Roxy's every day?
Oh yeah. We went from 0 to 100 really quickly.
How'd that make you feel when you were doing the Roxy's?
I thought I was on top of the world. I thought I was invincible.
Right.
I mean, took everything away, and you could stay up longer. You could do everything. And when you're a kid, it doesn't really hit you.
No, it does
The
not at
addiction
all.
part.
When did you really realize that you were addicted to? And I'm assuming now that Roxy's. Was there anything beyond Roxy's?
Oh, the spectrum. Went to
Tell me.
cocaine. I smoked crack for a while. I mean, just that hit the ground running. I don't know why. Fit in, I guess. I don't know.
Or just numb?
Just to feel good, actually.
Yeah, well, kind of feeling good, but numbing what didn't feel good.
Right.
Right?
You don't feel anything.
Right. Exactly. When did you realize though that you were addicted and that you had this disease, this problem?
Not for a long time, actually.
How long?
It had to have been 20 years old, from the time I was 13 to 20.
What are some of the problems that your drugging caused in your life?
I've lost everything.
Like what?
Job, husband, everything.
Okay.
Home, dog, everything.
On the streets?
I was homeless for a long time.
How long?
Off and on for the past 8 years.
How did you make your money while you were homeless to be able to buy your drugs and support your habit?
Well, that's the thing is I work. I have a knack for construction. So in the construction field, you can get messed up and keep going.
At this point in time, do you have any support from any of your family or friends?
My father, yeah. My mom passed away from drinking.
Okay.
So
How did your father support you?
he's tried to help me every which way there is, paying for rehabs, paying for halfway houses. He just doesn't understand because he went through it with my mom, and watching my mom go in and out of rehabs, and then I get into it too. So
And was drugging what caused your mom's passing?
yeah, she drank and did pills.
Just destroyed her liver, or was it an overdose
She fell and broke her neck
while drugging?
while drinking and drugging, yeah.
And how old were you at that time?
This was about 5 years ago. I'm 29 now.
I imagine that hit you pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard thing to deal with right there. When did you decide you wanted to quit?
I wanted to quit for probably about 5 years, and never actually put too much effort into it. Everybody else has wanted me to quit, and I just wanted
So
to
this is
keep
like the
doing it.
first time now that you've really taken any action or a step forward, so
Yeah.
to speak, to really quit. So you've not been
This
in
is-
any other rehabs?
No, I've been in a couple of rehabs when I was a kid,
Okay.
and I just wasn't ready for it, I guess.
But why are you ready now?
I mean, when you lose everything and there's nowhere to go but down further, and there's a lot of opportunity to go up, when you do it on your own, it's desirable. I mean, I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be.
What was that like being homeless?
It was horrible.
Tell me.
You get robbed. Your backpack, your clothes. You're walking around 24/7. You go to sleep. You wake up, nothing's there. You get beat up. Don't know where your next meal's coming from, or you're mainly focused on how am I going to steal a bottle of wine from the store so I don't get sick.
Wow.
The anxiety level is ridiculous.
Do you feel now that you can really quit for the long term, or are you taking it
No,
day by
absolutely.
day, or?
No, I take it day by day, but I have no intention of ever picking up a drink or a drug again.
And what's going to help you to do that?
I mean, fellowship has been huge in
Tell
my
me how.
recovery. They took me in. They gave me an opportunity. They actually showed that they cared about me. And when I mean they showed that they cared about me, more than anybody has in my life. I mean, my father even talked to fellowship and got me to help me for payment and all that. And I mean, I work now 60 hours a week, functioning, go to meetings, and I like it.
Good for you, Adam. Good for you.
Eric.
Eric, I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
sorry.
Eric. Ever thought about committing suicide?
I've attempted multiple times. I have scars all over my arms.
How did you, what did you do?
I cut my veins open and bled out, and somebody found me.
Thank God, huh?
Yeah.
Thank God. You think you ever do that again?
No. That's the last thing I want on.
What's the scariest experience? I mean, obviously, that's a pretty dang scary experience right there, but what is like your really most, as you think back over the years?
I overdosed.
Okay, tell me.
on heroin. Well, I thought it was heroin, and it ended up just being fentanyl.
Wow.
I walked into a coffee shop and bought it like they sold it as heroin, and I shot it. And I remember, oh, this feels good, and standing up. And then all of a sudden I woke up in the ambulance.
I don't think you ever want to experience that again.
No.
Eric, thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Terrible. It's terrible. It's a tough life, a very challenging life. You look good right now. You look like you're ready to go on the path of recovery and lead a sober life. Thank God. And we wish you the best.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing.
Appreciate it.